here at my place. Good morning. It is April the 5th, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day with our customary disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as a lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. A mouthful. Okay, looking at what happened overnight, my guess is that the E-mini is going to try to trade higher today, and that should take treasuries lower. We've got this breakout down here that came out of the 124.20, 124.24 area. We've got a B. If I do an X split right here, we're trying to trade down lower. We did get down to the high volume numbers, so I think we're going to try to sell first. The big news overnight, China has announced another economic zone to be developed. Taiwan went crazy. They went in and they snapped up shares of construction companies. They went out and they're bidding for parcels of land today. So that was the big news out of Asia. China's market was up 1.5%, but the other markets following. In Europe, the markets were mixed, with the DAX down and taking the other two indexes down. So there was not much action in Europe other than the fact that the DAX sold and the E-minis off just a little bit overnight. So equity markets are mixed once you get past Asia. And we have resistance that might hold in that 2360 to 65 area. So we'll have to see. But right now, my guess is that equities will try to trade higher. We have the ADP number. Forex News is carrying it at plus 184. Econoday is carrying it at plus 170. That number could come in higher than forecast. PMI services at 53.1. The big number, ISM services at 57. That one, I don't know. Our service numbers have been off a little bit. This one might. I mean, it could go either way. So we'll just stick with the 57. Crude inventories minus 100,000 barrels. Last night, the API number showed a draw of minus 1.8 million barrels in draws and products. So my guess is that the market is anticipating a bigger draw than 100,000 barrels, and then the FOMC minutes. And they'll be looking at who was the hawk, how hawkish was the language, who were the doves, how dovish were the language. And I think it was either Fisher or Bullard hinted that the Fed doesn't have to raise interest rates. They can do that. They can control the market by with their balance sheet, and they don't have to raise interest rates. So we'll see what happens on that. So that, as usual, the Fed has mixed news. First sells 25.04, 7 to 11. And if the E-mini is selling, we do not want to be short. My guess is the E-mini is going to try to rally. On the buy side, 25.29 is support. That's buy 1. 17 to 21 is buy 2. And we've got that breakout in that 20 to 24 area. I'll be buying the lower end of that. Looking at the 30-year. Got resistance right here at 24, so 24.28, number 1. 31 to 03, sell 1. Lean against the overnight high, and we'll make 11 to 15, sell 2. Again, if the E-mini is selling, we do not want to be short. On the buy side, 12 to 16 is number 1. 5 to 9, buy 1. And 29 to 01, buy 2. Been a lot more calls bought than puts here the last couple of days. So somebody is protecting themselves to the upside. And what that tells me is that the market is short, but they're nervous about maybe market going the other way, so they're taking protection with calls, that means that the institutions probably are not inclined without a new piece of news to add to their short positions. Gold was off overnight. Again, we're going to have support in that 1250 area. And our first buy will be 50.52, 45.47. I see gold in a trading range. I don't see the bottom falling out of it. Would like to buy against 45. Would like to sell against 65 would be my, if I had my druthers. They haven't let us do that though. 58 to 60, sell 1. 64.66, sell 2. The euro. Okay, right here's the break in the market, basically 107.50. So we have sellers starting at 40. We have an overnight session here at 25, so 25, sell 1. 40 to 50, sell 2. On the buy side, 107 even, buy 1. 675, buy 2. Didn't see any. The news out of economic news out of Europe was mixed, with the EU services number down, Great Britain services number up, Spanish services up, Italian services down, French services down, German services equal. So we had a mixed bag out of Europe. Again, the economic signs of growth aren't all that strong this week coming out of Europe. Okay, crude oil. Last night the APIs drew 1.83 million barrels. Gasoline drew 2.56 million barrels. Distillates drew 2.10. Cushing built 1.34 million barrels. So pretty strong numbers. Market's going to play like the EIA numbers are going to show a bigger draw than 100,000 barrels. So 51.75, 52, sell 1. 52 and a quarter, 52.50, sell 2. On the buy side, 51, 51 and a quarter, buy 1. And 50.50, 50.75, buy 2. Rich genders will be on at 11 Eastern today, half hour after the news hits. I believe he will talk about crude, and we'll see how he's handling it. I know we already know how he's handling the lack of volatility in crude. He's trading gold. But it'll be good to get updated on his current thinking and perhaps some modification to his studies. Okay, will the E-mini rally today or not? We know the answer to that. We'll know how to trade gold and treasuries and the E-mini. We're right in the middle of the trading range. Today's news, ADP 170, ISM Services 57, and FOMC minutes. And you can see right here, we're just right in the middle. The attractor up here is 62. The low volume number is 67, basically. Got a low volume number down here at 2351. So as your 15-point range. So 50, 52 is buy 1. 45, 47, buy 2. Obviously, we would like to get our shorts done against 65 and our buying done against 45. That would give us a 20-point range. First sell's 59 to 61. That one probably is going to come out, but it is resistance, and sometimes it holds. And then 64, 66 for F2. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.